tell people get on before you start.
Yeah, so they say go easy, Superman. Then we got Big Chuck. We got Atmo.
I wish I had my gimbal.
Yep. And based on everything, 29-0 right now.
Atmo just got 5 cases dropped right now, so he's 29-0.
According to Erica Cornejo, who's justice of the people who raised this case in the his version of evidence that I was noise or being disruptive. So
Hold on. Okay.
She's a good judge. She's a good judge.
Yeah. Like she's real cool, like she's real cool-headed and like really patient. Like she definitely like got to brain on her.
She's human.
Yeah, like she's really.
She doesn't see herself up.
Alrighty, okay. So anyway,
She sees herself as human.
Well, like she came from poverty, so like she kind of gets it.
Yeah,
all right. So anyway, so we're live.
Atmo just got dropped right now.
We got 21 people on. All right, so we're here at court with Anthony Potter. He's got 5 cases today. We started at 9 this morning. We went through 3 of them already, and just to give just a quick recap, the first one was the U of A, was inside the financial aid office. So that was the first one, and the lady came on and said he was disruptive, and this was for disorderly conduct. So just a quick rundown. He has 5 court cases today. They put them all on the same day with the same judge. You know, we started at 9, and 3 of them are already gone. So just to give you a recap, the first one, he had the trial on, and he was found not guilty. The second one, the witness didn't show up. They was 45 minutes late. So that one was dismissed.
Yeah, that's one where like the witnesses kept not showing up, discovery kept not showing up. So like that's one of those cases.
That's the second one.
Like was a mess.
And then the third one, before it even happened this afternoon, the state dropped it. So 3 cases down. So Anthony is 3-0 on the day. He's got 2 more this afternoon. So a total of 5 cases are here today. 3 are down, and he won all 3 of them so far. So yes, if the witness don't show up and they're subpoenaed, then yes, that's considered contempt. But they don't subpoena the state witnesses.
In our justice system, the defendant is always innocent until proven guilty. It's always on the state and the government for
to prove.
The burden of proof.
Yeah, the burden of proof.
So if you go into trial, they don't have witnesses, they don't have discovery. Like they got to either throw it out, or that's when like the bar association can start going after them.
Yep. So so the cases that got thrown out. The first one that went all the way through trial was the U of A financial aid one. The second one was U of A outside the on 5th Avenue, which is public property. If anyone knows anything about Arizona, is that 5th or 6th at that time?
What do you mean?
At that time, that's 6th Avenue, huh? Because 5th turns into 6th.
Yeah.
So right there is 6th Avenue. And that's the main thoroughfare right through the U of A where there's traffic lights. And
so you're on I was on a sidewalk just like this one, and the U of A was trying to say that they own the public sidewalk.
Yes.
So they came and kidnapped.
So that's the one they dropped.
Off of the whole thing and everything. Well, that's not the one that was dropped. The one that was dropped was the one at the administration building at the U of A over its policies.
Okay.
The one that got dropped was the one where right over here they arrested me for filming El Charo being arrested, and so
that one was dropped too.
threw that one out. And so, like, I got two trials coming up. One's for the U of A kidnapping me from the public sidewalk thing.
So that one's still alive?
Yeah, that one's this afternoon at 1:30.
Okay, what about and then after that?
After that, we got the one where Guiney came and arrested me at City Hall, saying that I was being noisy and disorderly there, as if this is like the whole thing is, and like behind the scenes, off the record, I've talked to a lot of these people that are bureaucrats and politicians, and they say they don't support the Constitution, that they're all about the they're all about the money and the career and the fame they could get to it. So
yes, and 98% of the people plea and take a plea.
So what the big thing with a lot of this is they're trying to say that you can't use your First Amendment right to engage your government at the place where your government is operating. So if I don't like the policies of our local university, they're trying to say that they were trying to say I got to get permission from the U of A to go there and protest the U of A. It's kind of like, I go to your business, like it's different if you're a business because you're in the private sector.
Hello, sir. How you doing? Out of trial all day. No, he's 3-0.
We're just live streaming.
How are you?
He's 3-0.
3-0 for
He's got 5 cases today.
What happened here? What?
Got ran over.
Oh my God! What size shoe do you wear?
11.
11. I thought so. Hello.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Good to see you.
Great.
Senator Brown.
Oh,
yep.
I told.
So he won 3 today already. He has 2 more to go.
I've been following your advice, not only your advice, but Cheryl Lynn's and Elias's and like a lot of other people, and like Nick.
Devanyakos?
Huh? Yeah.
Is it Nick Devanyakos?
Elias.
Elias Devanyakos.
Yeah.
Who's Nick?
Nick Barrington. He's the attorney I have right now.
Oh, I don't think I know him.
He got we should get together sometime, because he like a lot of people, he likes meeting like other lawyers and like
I'd love to meet him.
Yeah.
Everything is going good?
Yeah.
Lawyers that like other lawyers. That's a good thing, isn't it?
I don't like other lawyers.
That's what I thought.
For some reason, you know. I mean, actually, I married a lawyer, so I guess.
That's right. You have to.
I don't just like her. I love her.
Was she a lawyer when you married her?
Yeah.
Okay.
I met her when I was a judge.
Yep.
And little by little, you know, we just
So
clicked.
what's your thoughts on like all this stuff they're doing over at Justice Court, turning it into the supervisor's office, and
You know, I thought
turning it into...
they were going to turn it into a supervisor's office, and I didn't like it. But Huckleberry told me that that they were going to save the courtroom, which is what I'm interested in, my old courtroom. I heard that they're going to turn it into a January 8th memorial.
That's the bottom part.
Oh, you're talking about the pink building, the old one.
But your old courtroom, they want to turn it into where the supervisors have their meeting.
That's what I heard.
In a way that it's preserved.
I hope to preserve it. That's what he promised me. I mean, my kids had run an online petition. He was blaming me all the time for being behind it, but it wasn't me. It was my daughter and my 2 sons started it, and they actually started at Revolutionary Grounds. My daughter came up with that idea right there at Paul's and Joyce.
Yeah.
Cafe.
On 4th Avenue.
Do you know if they found a new spot yet?
No, they haven't.
Because I know Shot in the Dark, they're also looking for a new spot.
Yeah, Shot in the Dark. It used to be the Cafe Olé.
Yeah.
I used to love that place.
And Cafe Quebec.
Yeah, Cafe Quebec. Yeah. I didn't know it as Cafe Quebec. I only knew it as the Cafe Olé. When Muriel used to have it, that was before you were probably born, man.
So, Judge,
Long time ago.
Yeah.
was you ever
Like,
kidnapped from City Court?
I was here when this guy tried to kill one of the judges with a knife.
We have now. I've been kidnapped there 4 times. He has. How many you got kidnapped in City Court?
Well, like at this point, I'm 29-0 with all these cases.
Against the city of Tucson.
Oh my God.
3 of them today. And 2 more to go.
They just said that, like, my La Raza, when they arrested me for chanting La Raza over at the U of A, the state was trying to say that La Raza wasn't political speech, and they were trying...
Because you're white?
Huh?
Because you're white?
No, they're just saying that it's not political speech.
Why not?
Because they were hoping they could get me on disorderly by saying that I was being loud and not making sense, and that I wasn't making any political speech or therefore any purpose.
Where were you making the speech?
U of A admin. That's a good place if you don't like their policies, right?
I used to protest right there in front of the admin building.
Yeah, now they say you need their
All right, I
permission.
will. Thank you, bro. I appreciate
If you need somebody's permission to protest and they can deny you permission,
That's
I mean,
a TRO.
yeah,
That's what
exactly.
they're doing over at the U of A. Think about this. All the people that are on the board over at Primavera, they all work at the U of
Thanks,
A.
I'd like to appreciate that. Yeah, so I went back
And
over
then
there to the
over
courthouse.
200 of their clients are banned from going there.
Well, I don't know. You know, that's where I went to school. It's up to them, I guess. But,
U of A has a lot of resources that could help our community. And if we're banning like the poorest of the poor from getting those resources.
I don't know. They got a new administration now. But yeah, you know, when I was younger, they used to have I had a case there where a guy stripped down and got completely naked. He was found not guilty by a jury.
Freedom of expression.
Doesn't that happen every football game? Like someone goes racing
Streaker?
across the field?
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't think that's First Amendment. But this guy was found
Well,
by.
all the nudist activists, they all say that it's First Amendment. They have the right to...
There's restriction on the First Amendment. I mean, there's restriction by time,
Yeah.
place, and manner.
Yes.
I know, but like if I want to get naked in front of the courthouse, like it's one thing. If I want to do it in front of the school, there's another.
This is true. That's why there's time, place, and manner restrictions on the First Amendment.
Yep.
I mean, you got to be advancing some kind of particular point. He was trying to advance the point that women would be cited for going topless, and men wouldn't.
The Supreme Court ruled that women can go topless.
Well,
That was one of their rulings last
this was
year.
before. This was like 20 years ago, 24 years ago. The only part that he was saying back then that he didn't touch himself in any inappropriate way. The problem was that back then we had law books. We didn't have digital research. He didn't read what we call the pocket part, that the law had changed. He was protesting the wrong part of the law. But the jury still found him not guilty. He was really mad.
I know one of the things law enforcement likes to do is those things that those cases that were ruled out and that where it wasn't found in their favor, they're now taking all of those back into the court system to try to get it overthrown.
I don't know about those.
So you know that one case like out of Wisconsin with the workers union for the service and for the service industry.
I'm not sure
Like
which one it
there
is.
was a thing where because the Wisconsin legislature wanted to take away their union power and get rid of minimum wage. They actually organized a protest in the Wisconsin legislature building in the lobby. And originally the Supreme Court ended up doing everything in their favor. Well, this is where law enforcement now is taking that back to the court, saying, well, if people are organizing in a business fashion in order to protest, that should be considered criminal action, and they shouldn't be able to be protected by the First Amendment.
I don't know about that. I'm not familiar with that case. But isn't that where
Love you, bro.
Oh, I could be wrong. It could be a different state. Anthony, I gotta go. I got an attorney meeting. But it's
Yep.
good to see you. I'm so excited to see you. Where are you, Stan?
Are you still the public defender?
I'm still
you-
one of them.
Yep. So, yep.
You grew a mustache.
Yep,
You
I
look
shave
older
it.
with a
Yeah.
mustache.
Yeah,
You gotta shave it.
I have a
I
beard.
got a
Yep.
picture of you in court if you want it.
Okay. Whenever you want to. So I
Yeah, I've
got
got one of you and Abbott.
Oh, Clay.
Yeah.
I like Clay.
So like, I'll print those out for you and like bring them.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
I appreciate
Nice
it.
seeing you again, Judge. You have a great day.
I'm Luis. Just call me
Yes,
Luis.
Luis. Well, you used to be a judge, right?
Long
It's
time
kind of,
ago.
yeah, it's kind of like a president. Even when they're not president no more, don't they still call him president?
In a faraway planet, long time ago.
You just don't. You prefer to be called Luis, not Judge.
Luis is fine.
Yep.
Yeah, I was a Marine, sergeant.
Yeah.
Just like you. You
Yep.
were.
Sergeant. Yep. I was sergeant in the Air Force.
So we don't
in
call you
SAC.
sergeant anymore, right?
Some people do. Yes.
Really?
They call me Sarge still. People that know me from that day call me Sarge.
Well,
Yeah. Yep.
Bye, Ammo.
But the average person, no. Most people don't even know I was in the service.
Doing something
Can I call you Mark?
You can call me anything you want.
Well, I'd rather call
Yep.
you Mark.
All right, Mark is fine.
You
Yeah.
gonna call me Luis?
Yeah. A lot of people. Yep. A lot of people
Sweet.
call me
Mark.
Tuck.
Tuck?
Yep. That's my name on here. Everybody here knows me as Tuck.
That 94-year-old vet that went to the Supreme Court for the right to feed people.
Yeah.
He died just last week.
I'm so sorry to
So
hear that,
on
man.
Homelessness Now, like we did, we put his picture and we gave him like a really good
Send out.
send off.
That's good.
That's
Yep.
good, yeah.
That's good. That's the way.
So if you want to see it, I'm live on my page right now.
Okay.
This is Tucson Please Suck. That's the name of my page.
like
That's why they call me
SUX
TUC dot Please Suck.
Okay.
So
I'll look it up.
they abbreviate Tucson. That's why they call me Tuck.
Okay, Tuck.
Yeah.
I'll see you.
Yep.
Guys, take care.
All right.
Good on, buddy. Say
See you. Take care.
Hey,
Hoorah.
take it easy. What is that, brain?
Yeah, it's the red brain.
Is it on drugs?
Yeah, that guy's an ex-judge, and
Who knows?
he represented Anthony as a public defender on a few cases. How many cases, Anthony? How many cases did he represent you on?
Luis.
Yes.
He represented me on all the cases that Cheryl Lynn ended up representing me on.
I see.
He was the one. He knew Cheryl Lynn, and that's like.
I see.
Yeah.
He kind of passed it off to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they weren't going to let him do it anymore because is like the.
Yes, we know because he has an asshole for a boss.
Well, it's
Christopher
not
Hill.
that, It's the
Christopher Hill's
public
is.
defender's offices here are financed by the prosecutor's office,
Yes.
and so
Of course.
based on if that part of the government is the one that plays victim and kidnaps you, it's not allowed to be the judge and jury. So that's part of the thing going on. Well, with El Charo's cases, they keep doing venue changes and it doesn't work out.
Yep. So anyway,
All of us.
for people just coming on, let's have a recap of lots of judges in this area. Is he a good judge?
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Is he from the city?
A judge comes up and is like, "Hey, Mr. Potter.
Like-
Hey, Mr. Potter."
Him and Burning are the only two judges in city court that I'll give any positive reviews for. Riojas, we all know how bad of a judge he is and
Yep.
how bad of a leader he is. And I actually talked
If you want someone to rate the judges here, Anthony's the one because I think he knows every one of them. So he's been in front of most of them.
That's what I love. He does that Eric Brandt thing where he walks up to the window and it has all the cops' faces, and he'll tell you a story and interlink
Yeah.
all of them. That's
Yep.
what I love about that.
So anyway, let's do a quick rebrief of what happened today. So we had 5 court cases today. 2 are yet pending. We have to be back in the courtroom at 1:30. We already ate lunch, so we're ready to go. And then at 3 of them has already been decided. The first one that went to trial, it went through both parts of the trial. They found there was enough evidence to continue. They continued it, and then he was found not guilty. So that one's done. And then the second one they started to do it on from the U of A, the witness didn't show up. So then the witness didn't show up. They dropped that one, and I believe that one was dropped without prejudice, right? The second one.
Yeah.
And then the third one they dropped also without prejudice, and that one they dismissed. He was going to have that one this afternoon, and they dismissed that one before we even had to even show up for it.
You can't put someone on trial because you pulled their hair and kidnapped them because
Yes.
they were filming on a public sidewalk.
Yes, so that was the one. So that's the one that happened right here, guys, in El Charro Negro, and they never even went inside past the security gate. They just walked inside the first front part, and it happened right here. So they was arrested in El Charro, and then why they was arrested in El Charro, Larry, the security guard, came up and grabbed Anthony by the hair and pulled him down. I'll let El Charro tell you that because he saw it.
Well, what happened is we went in to ask some questions and things of that nature, and it was nothing special. I had weed, I had a knife on me. I was just gonna ask questions. Anyways, they started acting all crazy right at the door, and then so he jumped on my back like a little monkey and started kicking me and hit me and stuff. And
Hatch.
Yeah,
Yes.
Hatch.
Yep.
Officer Hatch. I call him Little Bandit Hatch. And then so we went across all the way across the street, and we're across the street on a different block and everything, and they're over there doing all that stuff. While Hatch calls on a citizen to help him out. So I'm thinking, damn, now citizens are helping. Like I must be doing something wrong, you know. And then they pulled me down right there, and then while Ammo was recording the whole thing, Ammo recorded the whole thing. And then Larry Cornman came from across the street all the way over there, grabbed him by the back of the hair. That's why I call him a coward, because he grabbed him by the back of the hair and then scratched his face and then slammed him to the ground like a coward. I mean, there's no other way to say it.
Yeah, you come up behind someone, grab them by the hair.
Yeah.
That's a very cowardly
He
act.
didn't say nothing. He was like a thief in the night. He just came real quiet like and just grabbed him and slammed him to the ground. Bah! And then
And this was on a public street.
yeah,
this
right
was-
there, where that gold truck's at.
On the other side of the street even. So this here is city court. On the other side of the streets where this all happened, they got no authority over there. City court employees have zero authority outside of their building right there. Out here on the sidewalk, they got zero authority. So they shouldn't ever put hands on you. But they did. So anyway, so that one got dropped, and that's the one that El Charro Negro will be facing soon.
Yeah, that's the one
And-
that I got. I believe it might be on the 12th.
And that's the one he got. He has two charges on that one. One was disorderly conduct, and the other was passive resistance, resisting arrest, passive resistance.
Passive resistance.
So El Charro did not put the handcuffs on himself. You're supposed to, if you don't want passive resistance charges, what you need to do is you need to throw yourself on the sidewalk, bang your face up real good, and hit your head.
I got this.
Yeah, I got this. Beat yourself.
Put your hands behind your
Yeah.
back.
Either you
got
beat
this.
yourself. If you don't beat yourself, then they're going to get you for passive resistance.
Passive resistance is the label that they give defining someone that's not doing anything.
Yes. So passive resistance should be legal, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we do.
Well,
Hey,
that's
Gandhi
it.
was doing
Doing
passive
nothing
resistance.
is
Yeah.
legal. But like, this is the big question. I'm like 3 wins today, now 29-0. Like,
29-0.
like anybody thinking I'm not constitutionally minded, like.
And not only that, but you know, they should, all the money they tried to spend to convict them on these 29
over
cases.
$35 million not going to our schools, not going to fixing the roads, not going to making our community safer, not
Yes.
going to alternative energy for
Yes,
citizens,
and here's the thing about that.
and not going to.
I don't know how much, the number, but it's
Well,
a lot.
the
I don't know where you got
case
that number.
I had with Sherilyn Griffiths, those 12 cases, that ended up taking 35 million. So we haven't even looked at the numbers for all these cases since.
for the other.
Yeah,
But
and
when I was,
yeah, and that's the problem. That's the problem with the city. They'll spend all this money to go after you, but they won't spend no money to help you. Zero money to help, 35 million to try to convict you, you know. And that's what's sad about that. If they would have took that money and helped the homeless or helped the poor people, you know, instead of trying to convict them, we would be a lot better place today. And it just goes to show you that if anything, they should hire Anthony for constitutional, you know, for constitutional advice, because they obviously don't know as much as Anthony Potter, because if they did, they would have won. You know, the cops, they just arrest you, and 98% of the people plea here. So that's what they're, you know, that's what their system's geared for. Everyone's going to take a plea. No one wants to really go to court,
Yeah, it's not
except for us, of course. And we are in the 2%. I would probably say it's less than 1% that actually go all the way through. You know, but that's the way it is here. Is the city of Tucson has no problem spending money to convict you. But they'll never try to help anybody, and that's the way our city is, and that's why we have to fight so hard.
And from what I understand, if 10% of the people fought their cases, then the county
Yes.
would go bankrupt.
Yes, at 2%, the trials are sometimes a year to 2 years
well,
back.
like the biggest
So
issue that like we have besides like the county prosecutor prosecuting people for political issues is they have a high turnover rate. They can't keep anybody because
that's right. It would fall apart if they stopped taking pleas. Correct.
And like they got to get rid of like all these
Joe Cool,
people
you're
that
right about that.
do ethical violations and prosecute people unconstitutionally.
So anyway, we got 2 more cases today, starting at 1:30, and then tomorrow we all have a day off, basically, and then Friday I have court right back here. And remember, last 3 times I came to court, I got arrested. So, and then I get another court date.
Yeah. I got my calendar. I want to get all you guys.
Yeah, mine is Friday
We
at
got to put a calendar together.
Friday at 2 o'clock, Anthony. Remember that.
Yeah.
So try to be here by 1:30, and we'll do a live stream. Since you guys can't come in, you can stay out here and do live stream the whole time while I'm inside, you know, and going over all your other cases, you know. So I'll make sure I have a tablet.
Yeah, and a friend of mine, she actually is looking for like to get a hold of some land to start building tiny homes for the homeless.
Good.
So like,
Is this Friday? I have a doctor's appointment Friday.
and like she has a nonprofit called Community Supported Shelters Tucson. So like soon as we could get some land, like we got volunteers and
Here, what's wrong with this land? Why don't we tear this building down? They're not using it for nothing constructive.
Well, I think this would make a good shopping mall.
What time did you say?
2 o'clock,
Could you imagine?
Friday, right here.
Could you imagine this as a 6-story?
Yeah.
A 6-story shopping mall within a 5-minute walk of the Greyhound station and the local bus transit center that's in the middle of the downtown economic development area where we have like bars, restaurants, and nightclubs. So like we put
Just
2 o'clock.
Just that Friday. That's
a
it.
6-story shopping mall right there. That makes way more money than criminalizing people and robbing them for their income like we do here. And it's like, think about this. More than 2/3 of our government operates in the dark without transparency. So like that's something we got to think about.
Look at all those court dates. Try that out.
How much our government just operates.
You want to walk down there? I'm going to walk down. Let's walk down there.
I should have did an audit on. I went live.
Let's walk over to City Court here. This is where I'm going to be on This is where I'm going to be on Friday, guys. These criminals. So this is where El Charro Negro and Anthony was arrested, right where that gold truck is over there, across the street from City Hall. So that's the one Anthony won already on today. So and El Charro's coming up.
I just know that like little by little, like I've been going and separating everything.
Donna Harris, I need that interview. Donna, I need that interview.
So this is City Court. This is
where all the criminals and all the terrorists work.
Yep, the terrorists work here, and this is where they like violating people's rights. This is a sidewalk right here where they attacked Anthony and El Charro Negro on several occasions, of course, and it ended up across the street.
You know what? You know how good of a law-abiding citizen I am? Even while he was jumping all over my back and kicking me and all that stuff, I still took him through the crosswalk.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you still use the crosswalk.
Yeah,
you didn't jaywalk.
You me for that.
You didn't jaywalk with a monkey on your back.
Jaywalking charge right off the bat.
Yeah, jaywalking with a monkey on your back. That's what it would have been.
Yeah, and so that's all it was. Right there. What, 40, 50 feet away? That he went over there, had to run over there and attack Atmo. Hey, and that's funny, Atmo, because now we should go right over to that place right now. I went over there yesterday.
Here, let's see what's going on inside there.
I went over there yesterday to put in a complaint for you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, but they said that that's not the spot right here on 100 top.
They hate it when you do this, guys.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see her jump right on her key. Yeah, you're gonna see her jump right on her walkie-talkie. I think she's second in charge, to tell you the truth. Donna Harris.
There's the criminals.
Whenever Larry's not here, he must be on days off right now. Yep. Whenever he's not here, then Donna Harris is second in charge. She's gonna end up being first in charge here pretty quick.
Well, now that I won that case, like...
Criminals at City Court, guys.
Dude, I've been watching the videos and I've been going over them with like a fine-tooth comb, and now I got these right here. I've been listening. I'm gonna show Tuck that one that I was doing for him last night. I couldn't send it to him. So I'm gonna have to write down everything that I wrote down at those points. And then I'm gonna probably just do it on power.
You don't need nobody's permission for this.
Power director.
Well, like, why would you ever need
That's right.
permission to put a spotlight on government?
I'm paying $550 for a free ticket. A repair thing, I forgot to turn it in. I didn't
Yeah.
decide, cost me $550.
That's what it does. These guys suck.
Man, that's ridiculous.
Shit, that's more than my rent.
That's why they only get $25 a month.
Yeah, that's why
I'm paying you off because what happens if I become crippled or I died? I don't need a license, right?
Yep.
That's why we're doing this. Right?
Oh, that's why you're doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened. See, I got a
They ruin
repair order.
people's lives here.
I went to, got a repair order. I had to go to the police station, got a sign, and I had to turn it in or mail it or whatever. I got sidetracked. I had some emergency with the family, so I forgot to get over here, so I got a suspension. I get a letter in the mail saying your license has been suspended for 3 days before they even mailed me the letter.
Yeah, they just did that to my dad last night.
So I drive for my job, so I could have been pulled over, my car been impounded
That's what they want.
without being notified.
That's what they want. That's where they make money.
3 days.
He got his license taken away from like standing on the sidewalk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and now they want me to pay $350 to get it back, and I was about to go back to school to get my CDL. So like now all that...
He's 29-0. He's 29-0. He just had 3 court dates today against her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he's 29-0 against the city for doing this kind of stupid shit right here.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, if 10% of the people fought back with charges,
Yeah.
it would bankrupt the county.
Think about this.
Right now, 98% of the people plead.
Hey, I don't feel it. In New York, my mom got a parking ticket. And the park, check this out. The sign was knocked down. They came and replaced it the next day, man, and they still charged her. It's like, how can you charge
When
me for
I
something
became 15-0 against the city, this is where they used over $35 million to prosecute me and lost. And now I'm 29-0.
Every
What do
time
you
you
think
do something like
that?
that, dude,
Yeah.
write it out.
Okay.
And chances
Well,
are
I
you're
had, man, I got my job, yeah, I couldn't get pulled over, and I'm stuck, and everybody, everybody's gone.
They just did that with my Lexus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I own my own businesses and everything like that. And I was looking for, I was trolling around looking for some, some work and stuff, and or for a contract, and they pulled me over, and I just barely had got my license. So I had the paper receipt. The paper receipt was still valid, and then they had sent me my plastic, my card.
Oh, really?
So I had both of those IDs, and then I had my insurance that I just paid 2 weeks before. And they told me, oh, come out here and sign this ticket. And I was like, just gonna put under the.
See the criminals,
I
guys?
went to go sign it. Should have never left my car. And then when I went to go, they're like, you can't go back to your car. I was like, why not? They're like, you can't. You're gonna be arrested. And I was like, listen, I don't agree to any search and desist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they were like, it's too late. It's too late for that now. They said the tow truck's already on their way. And I just had barely bought like $2 grand worth of tools, and they're in the back of my pocket. This is just barely, so I was completely tapped, like brand new in the box.
Check this out, this happened years ago. Okay, the way the courts used to do, they would have paperwork, they wasn't filing. But I was smart enough, I kept the paperwork if I paid anything. Sometimes it took 23 days for it to go in. So I kept it in my car. Well, anyways, I got an accident. I had to go down to the county off of Benson Highway to get my accident report. Left my license there. They called me, Mr. Bruno, we got your license. And they said, by the way, you have a warrant for your arrest. And I said, nah, I'm smarter than you. Went to my car, got this paperwork. He's all, yeah. The warrant's saying, yeah, you didn't pay the ticket. Well, here's the ticket. They didn't go through the computer. See, I would have.
That's how they do it.
Yeah,
That's
it's
how
like,
they do it.
that was old school, yeah.
Yep.
Payments, so.
You would have did a night in
That's
jail.
like government, yeah.
Yeah, you
If you owe them money, you better pay today.
Yeah,
If they
yes.
owe you money, you're waiting a year.
Well, I got like over $1,000 in fines right now, but like I'm not gonna pay them. Like they could go.
I know people that they didn't have a license for years. It cost them $12,000 to get their license back. You say, shit, I paid that for 2 or 3 fucking cars.
I just got my license back, like when I was like 30.
Yeah, he had like not.
I haven't had my
Change some of the city's office got this money. How come I have to go in there and take off all this stuff? The way technology is, they have scanners at the airport that can just walk
Well,
right
they
through.
do that. That's personal
terrorist.
That's personal
You
preference.
know you're the terrorist.
Yeah,
I'm the
yeah.
terrorist.
That's
he's the
personal
terrorist.
preference. That's what we're fighting them about. Stuff like that. See, because I can't even go in there no more. Neither can this dude.
Like I'd like to get on a plane. I'd like to go talk to my government without being molested and manhandled. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like.
yeah.
We go to
no
court.
need for it.
I came on some bullshit like this, my car bullshit. I came over here and I was like, oh, it's pretty cool. I pulled out my camera and I started just taking a look inside. And then they came and arrested me. And then ever since then, every time I come back for a court date, they arrest me again and give me another court date.
And they actually
Cameras in your hats.
they
and stuff,
actually
and
put a court order that I couldn't
Well, that's
go
a
to
big
any
fuck
court.
you. Fuck out, you know what I mean?
All right, I got to get to a buddy.
I'll get a bus.
Just see, like
Oh, there is
they're
Larry.
just robbing like all the work.
Where's Larry?
There is Larry.
There's the bandit right there. The coward.
Yeah, that's the coward Larry. And then that's that other girl. I need an interview with her. That's the other girl I need an interview with. So how do I set up these interviews then? They told me that I'm not doing it the right way. One judge told me to do it the way I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And then another judge told me not to do it the way. Look at there's a gray ladybug right here.
You do it in writing.
Have you ever seen a gray ladybug? There's one right there. And so how do I do that? I put it in writing and just slide it through the
Yeah.
door or what?
Put it in writing, or you can probably do it by email, or put it in writing and mail it to them. You got enough time, you can mail it too.
Look at the coward Larry Corman. You know he was the 8th firefighter inside the World Trade Series, dragging
He
people out.
says he was, but there's no like I contacted like all those people over there. They got no name on record.
No, this dude ain't picking nothing up. He ain't got an ounce of courage in his whole body.
Like a firefighter wouldn't like run behind someone to pull them by the hair. You know what I mean? That's not.
All his courage turned into
something-
fingernails, and how he uses.
Yeah,
uses
like
scratch
fingernails
people.
and pulling hair. Like that's not what firefighters do.
Well, some of them. The real men know.
Could you imagine that dude trying to drag me out of a burning building? Up some steps or down some
Yeah.
steps even? Come on, man. No way. No
Yeah,
way.
and there's like this.
Uh-oh, he's pulling out the
firefighter-
wands now. Flipping them off, get me in trouble? Huh? No? Freedom of speech, freedom of expression.
Attaboy, Tuck. Bob Prescott, Arizona says.
I need to start. I like jumping online because I like reading everybody's thing.
I'm surprised they don't check the baby's ass.
They're prepping the baby for later in life.
So anyway, so anyone that just came in, Anthony had 5 cases today, and the 3 of them's done already. He won the first 3. 1 went to trial. The other 2 they dismissed. And then the 2 more this afternoon.
No, I do at home. I didn't bring it with me.
So the ones this afternoon, one of them is the U of A.
One's the U of A
And
where they
another city-
kidnapped me off the public sidewalk, and
The other City Hall.
There's the at City Hall where Christopher, where the what's his name, Christopher Avery, that is works at the city attorney's office. Like, he gave me permission to be there and write a paper so that he could give me like all the information
Anybody know what
that
time
they
it is?
have. G4S didn't.
12 o'clock exactly.
G4S security ended up calling the cops because they didn't like what I had to say about their company, and they say they have the right to work in an environment where someone's not talking bad about their company. Well, I'm at City Hall. I have the right to redress grievances. Like, what gives a private corporation the right to ID me if I want to talk to my government? What gives a corporation the right to say I have no right to freely talk about their company in the headquarters of my local government? And so, like, you look, everything got G4S. They are a prison for profit company where they've been sued for negligence and abuse in several states across the country. This is where they also own a mercenary force that goes and takes out indigenous people in third world countries is on behalf of their corporate partners. So this is G4S is a company that all of us in the community have said time and time again goes against our standards as a community, and is a company we don't need in Tucson or anywhere else, that people shouldn't be profiting off of crime. But apparently the government's allowed to profit off of crime, and any corporation that's in contract with the government gets to profit off of crime. Meanwhile, I get to be kidnapped.
Hello, how you doing today? I'll be seeing you soon.
Where I keep getting kidnapped, and they say they have the right to kidnap me.
I want to make a big.
They're unconstitutional.
I want to make a big old sign and just hang out here.
Yeah, we need to.
But I already know they're going to go out the back. We need 2 people go running back.
Yeah, that's what we'll have to do. So anyway, so I'll be back here Friday. You know, that guy that just walked by in a black shirt, he's the one of the prosecuting attorneys.
He's the head prosecutor for the city of Tucson. He's right under Michael Rankin.
Yep.
So his name's Marietta or something like that. But like, he's the head prosecutor. Like, he got started like back when Slinky first got started. So he was like in that class. So like, everybody who stayed there, unlike Slinky, are now the head attorneys for the city of Tucson, whether it's the water or it's City Hall or it's City Court.
Yeah. So anyway, oh, just real quick here, guys. So just so you know,
Look, get him now.
there's the coward.
Look, he's hiding. Is he hiding for you? Oh,
That's Larry the coward.
He's got gloves on. Dang, I don't like. He thinks he's so hardcore, huh? Because he thinks he's special.
Well,
officer.
So anyway,
All
so I
the
went in.
evidence shows I didn't do anything. And hair, and he yanked me
Well,
down
you
to
told
the
him-
ground. He scratched my
Here
face.
on the cam, you're like, well, if I didn't touch you, then and if I didn't do nothing wrong, then I'll press charges on this guy for assault. And that's when they're like, well, let's get right after you said, like, you know what, let's get him for interfering.
Yeah, you know
They
what?
said that on the body cam.
Yeah, that's when happens. You know what? You want to play that game?
Well,
Put the cuffs back on Mr. Potter. We're getting him for interference.
yeah. Not so many words.
Yeah.
but yeah.
Real quick, so I went into city court today. Every time I go in there, they would always take my my GoPro and my even my audio device. They took. They never took my pins. I took my tons of times, my vape pen. This time they wouldn't let me take my vape pen in, and I had two of them, and I walked outside and I buried it on the outside, and they watched me bury it, and they came out and took. One was a decoy kind of, it didn't have nothing in it, and the other one was a good one. They came out and took my decoy. So, and then they put it in the bag, and when I was walking out, they brought it up. Remember, I tried to get them to take it and put it in their room and put it in their thing. You know, they wouldn't do that. So I went out there and did that. Then they walked out and gave it back to me. And then if you look right there, that's empty. You know, that's why.
Of course.
So anyway, that was a counter. So the other one I had, this one here was not empty. So anyway, that was my vape pen. So I'm going to get up here. I got to make a few calls before our next court date is 1:30 at the other court. So that's where we're at.
Do they have a police in there? A cop in there?
So see you later.
Because if they have a cop in there, why hasn't he came out yet?
Well, out here, there's really nothing they
Well, I
can
mean,
do.
Well,
why
like,
haven't he
because
came
if
out
they
to the
come
lobby
up
right
here,
here?
they're showing
To the lobby?
how
They're watching it online in there. All right, guys, I'm gonna now. I'll be going back on later. So.
Now, here's your